Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another YgoPro Duel video. Finally, all these new cards are updated on YgoPro, so we can finally try them out. And the first card I want to try out from all the new support recently revealed is Duelist Advent, or Duelist Alliance, as the card is called. It's a new spell card featuring the new Pendulum Magicians, and as soon as you or your opponent has a Pendulum monster in his Pendulum scale, one card in your Pendulum scale, you can add one Pendulum monster or a Pendulum spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So mainly you will be searching a card like Iris Magician, for example, or Pendulum Call is also an option to search out. You can only activate one Duelist Advent per turn, but this searcher is so ridiculously good in this Pendulum Magician deck. This is currently the build, it needs work, but I've tried out the new cards, you know, the Supreme Kings, the two, one has a scale of 0, the other has a scale of 13. And there's also, I believe, a level 5 monster as well. They do have some nice synergy, but they... too many restrictions, so I'm not a huge fan of these Supreme King cards. They need an own deck, a deck on their own, and... Pendulum Fusion is also something I want to try out, but again, this is currently the build, so feel free to leave suggestions. So let's see a few example duels. Alright, first example, 2 examples where I get to start, since again, the game is still, at least it's very important here, still in the game, to get started, establish your field, and in case of Pendulum Magicians, the fact that you get this new Searcher, your Duelist Advent, just increases your consistency to establish like a big, fat, turn 1 board. It's just ridiculous how consistent this deck is getting with all this new support. So the first turn meter burst into, well, you know the shenanigans with the new Exceed, and eventually I will also send that level 1 tuner from my deck to the grave to go for Crystal Wing as well, and that Astrograph Sorcerer, the blue one, is also so ridiculously good. Get more search out of it and special summon itself, and I was able to tribute my Exceed. Hot Ice Exceed, go for Vortex as well, and this first turn board is, it's so good against a lot of decks. You know how, Pendulum Magicians is like, you have your opening hand, they have like a few searches, and then it's up to you how you enter, how to end your turn with. I mean, you have so many decision trees, I believe the name is, to make, and depending on what decision you make, it's not that easy to establish this kind of board, or at least every time make the right decision to establish a very big board for your opponent to overcome. But the fact that Iris Magician, pretty much one of the MVPs, can pop itself to target one dark monster on your side of the field is so ridiculously good. Search out your Aegis, the continuous spell, like a tanky for the deck, and it's not once per turn, so after that you can search the trap as well, and if it's your first turn, just set the trap, and it's again so good during your opponent's turn. It's like a Raigeki break, right? A once per turn Raigeki break. Although the opponent does have its Twin Twister to pop the 2 back rows, and of course the Raigeki as well, but Unicorn is of course going to survive, and Astrograph was able to survive thanks to my Exceed. Anyway, still that, indeed, was able to bounce back that Astrograph thanks to Unicorn and leave Unicorn on board, you know, just in case of Dimensional Barrier or mainly Solemn Strike, which is something that happens now. And that's one of the reasons why ZARC, you know, the new Fusion / Pendulum monster, is here in the extra deck as well. Is just in case if like you have a huge Pendulum summon and you run into a Solemn Strike or a Solemn Warning, all your monsters are sent to the grave. But you know, these Astrograph, the level 6 blue or the level 7, the level 6 red and the level 7 blue, both have a built-in polymerization effect. So you can use like the monsters needed for ZARC, the fusion summon for ZARC, either from your hand, your field, or your graveyard. So banish them, and that's, I think, one of the reasons why you could definitely tag one ZARC in your extra deck, just because of that, you can banish your monsters needed from your graveyard. Anyway, Zodiac Beasts, best deck currently in the OCG, and yeah, I'm not really sure if the Pendulum Magicians with all this new support will be the best top tier deck when Zodiac Beasts are still around, right? And also because of Dimensional Barrier. You know Dimensional Barrier, paired up with Solemn Strike is too good against a heavy Pendulum based deck. That's one of the reasons why I really want to fit in Spell and Trap Destruction. Twin Twister is not really an option, I think, but yeah, Cyclone, Galaxy Cyclone or Cosmic Cyclone is better. Might be an option just because you don't need to discard, right? But here, like the opponent, if he's able to end with something like Drancia, which is very common in today's, well, for the OCG format, and some back row like Strike or Dimensional Barrier, it's hard. It's very hard to get through that kind of field. Maybe I made a mistake earlier by searching out the Pendulum Call. That probably wasn't the correct play, but not really sure. Him flashing the Twin Twister as well, not really sure if I, with any other play, would have been able to come out of that. Last game against like the 60 card Light Sworn deck, you know the shenanigans with Lawn Mowing next door. Sky Iris is still in the deck, I still like it very much. Not too many options to search out off of your Sky Iris, but the fact that you can pop one of your Magicians, trigger your Astrograph Blue, you know the shenanigans is just too good not to run, so I definitely want to keep running Sky Iris as well. And the one of Oath Dragon to get back like an insight or whatever, and eventually go for Star Time again to get a Surge, since I still have my normal summon, and again, yeah, go for that Ignister. Yeah, you know the shenanigans plays. I'm also thinking to add in Crimson later to the deck, but again, the extra deck is somewhat packed. Meteor Burst is very crucial, since we saw he had an Electromagnetic Turtle in his grave, so Meteor Burst, although yeah, Meteor Burst cannot attack, he does prevent the opponent from activating monster effects during the battle phase, so I can just attack for game here. So this is currently the deck list. It still needs work. Not really sure if I want to run the level 6 Red Astrograph Magician. Okay, it's good to fuel your extra deck and have a possible rank 6 Exceed play ready, but yeah, space is really tight. I mean, I want to run so many cards in this deck, and it's already at 42 cards, so it's hard to find space in this deck. But again, feel free to leave suggestions down below. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.